If you've set the goal to build muscle, then you've probably already figured out that it's a lot more of a lengthy process than a lot of these other fitness influencers will have you believe. All of you need to remember that there are people out there that have your best interests at heart. However, there are also people out there, fitness influencers, who are paid to sell you the wrong information. They give you the wrong information, they give you the solution, the quick results, and that sells more products for the companies that are promoting these athletes. The good news is that every single one of you can build muscle, and I'm going to help you optimize that. But just remember that to build rock solid muscle, it's not the same process as losing body fat. Losing body fat is easy. Trying to build muscle, new muscle, rock solid, dense muscle mass is a difficult process for the body, and that is why we need to get these things right and avoid some of the mistakes I'm going to talk about in this video. The biggest mistake people make when trying to build muscle is not what you actually think it is. Everybody thinks it's somewhat related to the gym, maybe the wrong workout program, the wrong exercises, the wrong weekly volume. All of those things are important, but actually I believe the biggest mistake people make is in your nutrition, and there's two components to this. The first component is how much you eat, the amount of calories that you eat every day. And then the second component to this is actually what you eat. So I'm going to break both of them down. So the first component to this is how much you eat. So this is very, very important. When it comes to building muscle, if you want to build muscle, that means you have to gain size to your frame. It means that you have to add weight to your body. To add weight to your body, you're going to have to eat more calories than you normally would. So you need to eat in a caloric surplus. To work out a calorie surplus, I would recommend you take your body weight in pounds, multiply that number by around 16 and eat that many calories per day. Now that's just a rough estimate to get you guys started if you don't know how many calories to eat. But what I recommend is you aim to gain around 2 pounds each month. So that's 0.5 pounds per week on the scale is around how much you want to aim for, and so then you can adjust your calories accordingly. Do you need to eat a little more? Maybe you've eaten too much and you need to take a little bit of those calories away. So everybody's going to be slightly different. That's just a rough estimate. The second component to this is what you eat. So proteins, fats and carbohydrates, all very important, especially proteins and fats. But this is why I say nutrition is the most important part, because we can only recover from the work that you do in the gym if you eat enough calories and enough protein. That's the macronutrient that we need to focus on, is protein. Protein is the only substance that you can put in your body that will regrow those muscles. It's not when you're in the gym that those muscles are actually going to grow. It's actually the days after those workouts will determine how much muscle you're going to build. So eating a high protein diet is extremely important if you want to build muscle. A simple calculation, if you want to know how many grams of protein you need to eat per day, take your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 1. That will give you how many grams of protein you need to eat per day. Just aim for that number. If you're 20 grams behind or 20 grams more, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exactly on that number. But once again, this just gives you a rough guide as to how much protein you need to consume every day if you want to optimize muscle building. I want to very quickly list out some other mistakes you could be making to help you further. A big one is sleep. If you're not getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, you can forget building muscle. You're not going to be able to recover from those workouts, and that is when you're building muscle while you sleep. The more sleep you can get, the better. Inconsistency in the gym, missing your workouts. If you miss workouts regular, you can't expect to get consistent results if you are not consistent. You also have to factor in how hard you work at the gym. When you go to the gym, don't just go through the motions. You should have a plan. You should know exactly what you're doing that day in the gym, what your goal is. And then I need you to be in that workout. Don't be thinking about what you're doing later in the day. Don't be on your phone thinking about what muscle am I actually working and how can I improve my form, how can I get the most out of this exercise. If you're doing a bicep curl should not look like this, just thinking about what the weather's doing outside. You should be thinking about, right, I'm working this muscle right here, the bicep. So I'm going to lower the weight, I can feel that stretch on the bicep. and now I'm going to pull it up and I can feel and I'm squeezing this muscle, the muscle that I'm trying to work. And there's a lot to be said for being present in your workouts. The video that I want you guys to watch next is on screen right now. We talk a lot about building muscle and losing body fat on this YouTube channel. That's how you can get in the best shape. And so I think it would only be fitting that now we've spoken about building muscle, you go and watch a video on burning body fat. Because to really build an impressive physique, you have to build some muscle but also be lean as well. And a lot of you guys do need to lean out and focus on losing some body fat as well. So go through and click on that video.